It's time for chicken out. Break it down.
And we're going.
What up, Tick?
What up, big dog?
Nothing, man. Just wait for this game to come back from halftime. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Nimes Olympique versus Dijon FCO. I'm butchering them bad, but a little French soccer action on this Friday afternoon. So
Yeah, it's a beautiful Friday in Pennsylvania. I was out there
yeah,
with the
right,
dogs early.
dude. I've had it, and I'm not an old man, and I know that I live in the Midwest and it's wintertime. But dude, yesterday it was 50, just nice. Could smell baseball in the air.
Yep.
Wake up today, dude, high 10. I was like,
Stop it. It went from
fuck.
50 to a high of 10.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, I know everyone back home's like, well, that's them Pennsylvania winters up there. You never know what you're going to get. But no, dude, that's in a lot of places because we've been getting, like, I love that meme that says, when it didn't seem like we were going to have a bad winter, it's like winter hit you like he was like, yeah, heard you guys talking shit. Well, we were talking shit, dude. He came down and put a size 16 up our rectums. Bad.
It's been a
I
rough
about
one,
had
man.
it.
Yep.
I know. It's just, when is it going to break?
I say we just group together. All the close friends, maybe we'll do a contest and some podcast winners can join us. But I say we just buy a fucking little cul-de-sac community down there south somewhere, nice and warm.
Oh, absolutely.
And just fill her up, buddy, because I've had enough.
It's sad. Like,
Dude,
I talked to my sister. She's like, hey, it's like 45 out, kind of chilly. I'm like,
kind of chilly. No, that's when we were down visiting Ben down there in Jacksonville. We went down for Thanksgiving, but it was fucking disgusting up here. I believe it snowed up here, and it was like bitterly cold when we left. And we got down there. The first day was cold, but it wasn't one of those days where you couldn't enjoy it. Like the garage door was still open. We were still standing outside, just some heavier clothes. But it was
right.
yeah, it was still enjoyable. Like it's so
Right.
bitterly
It's just the
disgusting.
point of being outside.
Yep. I love being outside, man. You can't
Like
do
I
it
said,
in this
it
shit.
was 45 during the Super Bowl, man. I sat on that porch for fucking 6 hours with my headphones on, staring into nothing. I
As you
just
should have.
happy to be outside.
Just taking in the fresh air. Fuck. Well, what are you gonna do? It's February,
Yeah, we're almost done, but that fucking Punxsutawney Phil come out and said some stupid shit again.
I'm gonna get into him in a fucking second. Because yesterday, it's the 15th. Yesterday was the old Valentine's Day.
Segue. All right, I feel you.
The old Valentine's Day. What a shit holiday that is.
Yeah, I haven't had a Valentine's since about 13 or 14. It's been a while.
That's probably when you should stop having them.
Right.
I don't know.
It was more fun in elementary school when you got to whip up a box of, for everyone to come and drop off their Valentines. And
dude, fucking DX box, suck it right on the front. Like, yeah, it's Valentine's Day, girl. You know what your job is.
I think I had one with Grant Hill on the Pistons on mine one time, just rolling into school. Like, yeah, I made one for everyone. I hope you made one for me too.
I wish, that was the weird thing in elementary school. You couldn't, I guess you had to send them, like, they had to be in code because you got a box full of fucking Valentines and, like, some of them were, like, a little weird, like a little, I like you kind of thing. And you had to be careful which ones you selected and sent to the proper people.
I forgot about the part on Billy Madison where the teacher sends him the Valentine's.
It just staring, eating glue. Yeah.
Dude. I was fucking dying. That's just the fucking revolting blob. But
I wish I had some of my old boxes from back in the day. Those would be pretty cool to look at. I'd like to see my artistic abilities back early elementary school.
Dude, my mom always had to make mine. I was borderline retarded when it came to art. I got a C- in art class in high school, dude.
I don't know how you do that. I mean, all you really got to do in art class is try.
Yeah, but dude, even when we were kids, because my sister was very gifted at that shit, we'd have coloring books, and I'd be like, I'm not sitting down and doing this shit. Like, I hate coloring, I hate drawing, and but yeah, anything that had to do with that. I remember being like 17, and I had a Spanish class and needed my mom to draw something for me. I was like, look, I can't do it. I cannot do this. It's
While I'm
just she had
17, incapable of putting lines together in the form of something bigger.
yeah, sad shit, but
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Big head, big problems.
big issues, absolutely.
Nah, dude, for Valentine's Day, I really don't. The wife might not appreciate it, but I don't get into it. It's not my thing. It's
It seems like a money like
oh,
I think
absolutely.
Hallmark, and any of the chocolate companies, they're really pushing it for sales during this time of the year.
And
Um,
it's winter time. People are depressed. You got to give them something to look forward to,
right. It
something
isn't
to
like
do.
Saint Valentine. I don't know the story behind it, but they fucking assassinate that dude, or the whole story behind it was whack. But my mom sent me she sent me a little care package yesterday for Valentine's. She always got my back on the holidays.
All right.
Yeah, I got some Steelers pajama pants that I'm rocking right now that are extra comfy in this weather, and some gummy worms. But
Oh,
she referred
gummies.
to it as Valentine's Day without the V, and I was like, you know what? I like that.
That's good. That's good. We should start that and just
Valentine's, like, I mean, just see how many 40s you can drink. Fucking
fuck.
gamble.
We're not going out for dinner. We're not. I'm not getting you flowers. We're getting a couple cases,
Yeah.
and we're going to
Let's see how
town.
far you go. Exactly. That'd be more fun than sitting there like, hey, you should love your significant other 364 days a week. You ain't got to buy them shit on Valentine's Day and let them know you love them. It's fucking sad.
Right. Well, and that's it. What do you want to do? You want to go out to eat? And you want to deal with all these fucking high maintenance little fucking teenage girls who think they deserve the world.
Right. And
Out
imagine
of
tonight. Tonight's going to, anywhere you go, try and go out to eat tonight, Friday night, it's going to be sad.
Yep. Yeah. Last night we thought about it, and I was like, honest, I don't want to battle the crowds. There's going to be a bunch of douchebags dressed up all fucking nice. Uh, like this is the one time a year you get out. I mean,
Right.
whatever.
Dude, one of my
No,
last Valentine's dates, which was a good one because she got me tickets to uh, the Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I got to go see my man crush Gilbert Arenas.
there you go.
But I remember I said I'd take her to Olive Garden, so we went. And dude, the wait was like 50 minutes, and guess what was right beside it, dude? And that's where we went.
What?
In Greensburg, Pizza Hut, dog.
Dude,
Straight up.
fuck it. We're going Valentine's Day. Hey, can you make that pizza in the shape of a heart?
No, didn't even do that, dude. Got like I was like, fuck the heart shit, because she was cool with it, and I was like, yeah, dude, it's just fucking. There was no one there. Everyone's
Of
waiting.
course, there wasn't anyone there. It's Valentine's Day, Al.
Because I was gonna bring that up when you started talking about that last week, and I was like, now I'll bring it up because yeah, dude, fuck yeah, I'm not waiting that long, dude.
Well,
I'm
that's the
starving.
thing. Like, you're going to fucking Olive Garden? That's your Valentine's Day date, huh? I mean, look, some people enjoy that.
Generic, bud. Generic.
I'm not an Olive Garden person. I'm not.
I'm not a pasta guy either, or Italian really. So I do like a good house salad, but I can do without Olive Garden.
Well, fucking Valentine's Day is whack. But I wanted to get your input out of all the holidays. I mean, because there are a lot of them, I guess.
I mean, how low are we going? Like, would you consider George
What's
Washington's
what's the
birthday?
wackest? Yeah, see,
Uh,
things like that. Things like that.
Columbus Day is pretty whack,
Columbus Day. All right.
but people are starting to like phase out of Columbus Day. I never anything that's a holiday, but I'm not getting school off for is whack.
Yeah.
Other than Halloween, I like Halloween. I never like dressing up or nothing, but I don't know. It was fun to fuck around, go get loaded off of candy. Always had green shits the next day after fucking trick or treating, dude. Just be taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, man. They look like the Ninja Turtles coming out of my can. I was like, damn it, man, I gotta get some vitamins today. I won't be fucking sick, bud.
Oh, fucking
But,
Halloween! Halloween was always a good time of year. We always used to go corning. God, does anybody even know what that is anymore?
Dude, I came down here to the land of corn, and they had no idea what corning was.
They
And
don't
I
know
was
what
like,
corning
this is
is.
a joke.
Jeez. I mean, anybody who doesn't know, first of all, behind the times, uh, you just pick a ear of corn that's growing in a field, and
Shuck that shit.
you just shuck all the kernels off of it. They're nice and hard, and then you take handfuls of them and you throw them at houses.
Yeah.
That's what kids do.
It scared the shit out of me when we get corn. I'd be in the living room. But I got a couple good corn stories. I won't get too deep into them. One time, me and my dad were coming home from somewhere. Someone corned a car. And
Oh yeah.
he fucking, dude, we were right by the coal cone. Remember the coal cone?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he tried getting out. I'm like, Dad, you're 60 something, dude. I'm not fast to begin with.
You
We're
gonna
not
chase the 15-year-olds down the road? Come on.
Yeah. But I remember, dude, I've never been corned while driving, but it scared. I mean, I'm not gonna say I never corned.
Al, where are you?
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
I gotta.
Al, that whole little section there just dropped out. You dropped out, bud.
With well, yeah, you talking
The
I talk about my
microphone.
dad,
I
right?
didn't hear what you said.
About my dad, though, right? That's all I said.
Oh, okay.
Then it stopped for like 2 seconds because fucking someone was calling me. But there was that one time I was with the Core Chalks out, and I'm pretty sure we corned a state cop car.
Oh
And
shit.
I remember laying down with one of them in the field, and he bought a spotlight out, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this is bad." And then we just laid there for like an hour, and they finally drove away, and we went back in the house, dude. That was it.
Dude, they probably saw you
It-
and were just like, we're waiting for him to move.
Yeah,
Then you just laid
and,
there for
dude,
an
I
hour.
was lifeless. And then we went corning one time in town, and I won't mention any names, but someone thought it'd be a good idea to throw the whole ear of corn that was right through a window, dude.
You got to
You
take
know?
the corn off the cob.
But it was in the paper the next day. We had that police log, dude. It was in the
Hanging
paper
it on the wall like
Oh yeah, dude. It hung up where we. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But
trophy.
yeah, corn was all. I always liked corning.
It was
It
a good
was
time.
fun.
Yeah, that's what Halloween tends to remind me of. Dumb things like that, toilet paper in houses kind of thing.
Yeah, we never went too crazy with the vandalism, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Toilet paper, I mean, that's all in good fun. You know, towards my later years, I'd take a dozen or so of eggs with me too.
dude, that's another thing, man. Someone egged our house one time on that red brick, and that's not coming off, dude. Dude, and
Looks
speaking of egging, and I forgot about this. I'm thinking, and I'm not mentioning any names because I'm not, like I said, I'm not getting in any legal trouble until we got to. I'm just not. I've had enough legal issues in Iowa, but I remember a very, very good friend of mine egging the Salzburg fire trucks during the Halloween parade. It's because it was dark out, and I'm like, dude, this is so bad. And we were doing it, man, and I was like, that was fucked up, but it was funny. I mean, I laughed at that shit.
during the parade.
Yeah, and then my big thing on parades were during the Canal Day parade on Saturdays.
Okay.
I think Mark was there, Mitchell was there. There was someone else with us, dude. But I would chew up as much double bubble as I could fit in my mouth, and I'd throw it on the road. And we'd be sitting there, dude. And one time, this little majorette stepped in it. Dude, it stuck to her shoe, and she lifted it up, and there was a string the whole way up, dude. She just tried to. I felt bad for a second, man. It was funny. Just the most gum you could ever fit on one shoe, dude. Just stretching all over, dude. Like lost her place in the parade. It was
got all confused. It's like, what is this?
yeah, and I tried for years and years after that, but it was never the same. But yeah, any kids out there looking to fuck up a parade, that's a good one. It's all in good fun. Ain't no one gonna get. Well, this day and age, someone might fucking flip out, but
You probably go to jail for that nowadays.
guaranteed, there's probably
That's assault. Assault with gum.
Yeah, dude. But
Yeah, but back to wackest holiday. Give it to me.
man, I mean, I like Christmas. I like Thanksgiving. Easter. I don't know. I always liked Easter when I was a kid because uh, it kind of meant it was getting nice out. Because
That's true.
I'm not a very religious person, so I don't like. I don't know. Easter doesn't really, and I
Agreed.
never understood. But Easter, man, that's some. You know how like your parents hide your baskets?
See, some people do. We never did that. Mine were just always on the fucking counter when I came down in the morning.
Oh well, we stopped after Colleen thought it'd be a good idea to hide them in the oven and not tell my dad, who turned the oven on to cook bacon and almost burnt the fucking house down.
Easter
Everything
ruined.
ruined, dude. Ruined. I had like my mom. I remember I'd always get a baseball preview magazine from the store that had like every team, the rosters. That thing was the first thing on fire. I was like, Jesus, the whole house smoking. It's fucked up.
And
But
I
yeah,
guarantee, dude, as kids, the candy is probably ruined.
oh, it was melted. And another Easter story. What the hell? Oh, we went to my grandma's house for dinner, and we didn't put our baskets up on the table like my dad had told us 9,000 times, and my dog got into it. Ginger,
Oh,
the one we watched Dire Mushrooms. Dude, there was shit all through the house. Just fucking Dairy Queen caramel soft serve piles in every room, dude. And I think they took it to the vet because it probably ate about 5 pounds of chocolate, but
oh
it lived through
man.
that. But yeah, I don't know. Easter's all right. I don't know. What do you got? Because I know.
Hold on, because you just brought caramel soft serve into things. And can we talk about that time we watched Samson?
Oh, was it?
That was around Christmas, right?
Yeah, it was my first time back from Iowa.
You just got back from Iowa. We were hanging out at Brandon Emanuel's, and
Yeah, and it was fun there because you guys were already tuned up, and he was
yeah,
like, that all that liquor, dude, and he was like, I don't drink this, I don't drink this. You can have it. I'm looking at like a kid at Willy Wonka. I'm like, oh yeah,
just
yeah, I could have
downing it.
this. Really? I could have this. Like,
Everybody passed out. Everybody in bed, gone. Dude, we sat there. We drank for a little bit, and man, I was wasted. And at some point, the smell hit us,
yeah, I got karate kicked in the face by a smell of ass. I was like,
dude,
man, what in God's name is that?
like a brick wall. And ah,
I forgot
Samson,
about.
I think Samson was good. This is his name, right? Samson? Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah,
I think he was getting a little older at the time. And man, he dropped the Great Dane. Great Dane, by the way, anybody who doesn't know, one of the biggest dogs out there. Uh,
yeah.
dropped
I
a
was gonna say, dude, that was probably the
shit,
biggest dog that I knew personally.
a bigger shit than I've ever personally produced in my life. Uh, and man, it looked like a concrete pile.
Yeah, and there was numerous piles.
Oh yeah,
Like it
like
wasn't just
definitely
one.
something wrong with the stomach. Must have ate something bad. The
Oh
most
man,
disgusting. Ooh,
we
and
left
that.
that. I was like, dude, we gotta
Oh,
go.
that was the sign that yeah, okay, it might be time to leave. Let's
That
do
pile might
something.
have been a foot off the ground. Jesus Christ.
Got some good consistency to it. It holds up real well.
I remember. I forget which one of us went and looked down the hallway and saw it. I was like, oh, man, there's dog shit everywhere, bro.
I've been amazed by a couple piles of dog shit in my life, and that was definitely at the top of the list.
Well, that's the biggest dog I've ever like petted,
Oh,
like hung
huge
out.
dog. Yeah,
Other than Clifford, I knew Clifford on a basis back in the day, the big red dog. But
big red.
that dog was huge, man.
Okay. Anyway, wackest holiday. My dude, Punxsutawney
Well,
Phil. You brought him up earlier.
oh yeah. Not to
Fucking
mention,
Groundhog Day.
he was on the ESPN streak for the cash, and I was at a nice 7 wins in a row, and took that he was going to say more winner. And that fucking rodent punk bitch said spring and ruined my whole streak.
You should have fucking known better, Al.
I looked at
Goddamn.
the percentages though, 90 to 10. And I was like, well, it's a no-brainer, dude. He's always saying more winner, man.
Wanna be woodchuck fucking Phil. He's terrible. He's garbage. And that Punxsutawney, the whole town is built around a fucking groundhog.
Oh, they get school off and everything, dude, for that.
They
It's a
have
big
those.
party.
Yeah, they have those big fucking statues throughout town. Fucking groundhogs in different poses, and all because Bill Murray made a goddamn movie about it.
Yeah, I've actually never watched that movie, along with a lot of other movies I've never watched. But
Agreed. I've watched it, but it's a concept that's been done over and over. It's the same day, fucking
right,
over until
right.
you get it right, kind of thing. Uh, man, Groundhog Day sucks. The guy's never fucking right. He's a piece of shit groundhog. That I
You
mean,
know who else is whack? That dude that pulls him out looking like a fucking young Abe Lincoln with that fucking shit on.
he's a
Like, what the
pedophile,
fuck, bud? Yeah,
guaranteed.
guaranteed. Megan's list, bud.
Guaranteed. All those little guys that group up together and pull him out of that stump are probably in somebody's basement the night before channeling Satan and diddling kids. Guaranteed.
Or maybe Diddle and Phil. They've went through a bunch of them things. You never know.
Dude, they just once they get it, dude, if he gets it wrong, they just chop his head off and fucking eat him. Like, we'll get a new one. There are plenty of groundhogs in the fucking hills of
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Dude, I think I've been to Punxsutawney one time, and we played when I would play baseball. Dude, we sucked, and they actually had Punxsutawney had what's his name, Devin Mesoraco, who was an all-star and caught with the Reds for a while. He hit a home run off of Justin Reed that's still going. I watched that ball go. Jesus Christ. He was 15. We were 13. Gone.
Into orbit.
Yeah, I think that's the only time I've been to Punxsutawney to go up there and lose 10. But we got 10 run ruled, obviously. Drove all that way to play 3 innings of baseball and did. Fucking
Like,
sad.
dude, we spent an hour on garbage roads to come up to this little shithole fucking town just so you could whoop our ass and we run back home.
Yeah, I think my parents lied about having to work a lot because I was always having to go with other people, but I think they knew what was going on.
They just knew.
We ain't going up there.
Bob was like, I ain't going to watch that shit show.
Yeah, like my kid's out there. We ain't watching this shit.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, there's no other reason to go to fucking Punxsutawney. There's nothing up there.
No, I've never heard it. I think IUP might have a Punxsutawney campus up there, which I bet is
They do. But it's all fucking rednecks and drunks. I mean, probably no better than the regular IUP campus.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I like Punxsutawney.
Yeah, I was just fucking Valentine's Day came by and I was like, this holiday sucks. And you know, outside of that, I mean, Groundhog Day sucks a little bit worse because he's a lying sack of shit. He tries to give you promises of nice weather coming soon, and it never comes soon. It always comes.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the dumbest holidays. Other than when you give someone's birthday a holiday, just there's no need for it anymore.
Yeah,
the weather's going to do what the weather's going to do. That dude's never been right. Even if he predict, I don't understand it. It's a dumb concept, and I think it needs to be eliminated.
Like Punxsutawney. I think we should just eliminate the whole town. Get rid of it all. Burn the place down, and let's act like it never happened.
Oh, for sure, dude. And then, all this global warming coming out, maybe that's why Punxsutawney feel. Maybe they're getting into them. Maybe it's rigged.
I wish global warming was real, because then maybe I wouldn't have a fucking winter like this.
Yeah, but maybe they're fixed. Maybe there's a lot of betting going on.
They might. You know what? Those cocksuckers up there are probably betting on it, rigging it. And how do you know whether a groundhog sees a shadow or not? Like, what is your judgment on that?
I'm not even sure how it goes. Like this. I mean, one of it's a gloomy day. I don't get it. I'm not even going to start Googling it because I'm not wasting my time.
Stay out of it because it's a waste.
Yeah.
It's a bullshit holiday. Punxsutawney's a bullshit town.
Eliminate them. Is the movie good? I've heard the movie's good, but I've never, like I said, never seen it.
Hey, it's dated at this point. I mean, Bill Murray's in it, sure.
Right, I know that.
But again, it's that concept that's been used over and over. There are probably better uses of it. Meh. I'll never watch it again.
Right. There's so many times where people have told me to watch movies. Like, you've never seen that? You've never seen that? And I'm like, no. And then I sit down and watch them with them and be like, that shit sucked. You just wasted 2 hours of my time.
Exactly. I could have watched a sporting event that's not the same as it was the last time, because movies are always the same. They never change.
Right. And honestly, Mark's brother Josh, who's my main fucking man, he would show, if I told him I didn't watch something, dude, we'd go over to his house, have the booze rolling, water bombs rolling, and Pulp Fiction, Fletch, The Godfather, I believe. Dude, he showed me Heat. Like, there was no wasting time.
Well,
So
there are definitely certain ones you can't, you have to see. I mean, Pulp Fiction's one of those. Like,
right.
there are those movies out there.
One. He gave me the DVD, told me I could have it.
I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
Like, I got 3 of them that's that good. Just in case somebody hasn't seen it. Here you go. Man.
Right.
Who owns movies anyway nowadays? I mean, everything's available online.
I know. I follow the Muscatine Marketplace down here on Facebook, and people selling DVDs for like 50 cents. It's like, dude, you're not gonna get shit for those anymore.
Realize you paid $15 for that when it first came out, thinking you were cool. Like, dude, that movie's dropping today. I'm going to pick it up on Blu-ray.
I know. Just think about music, man.
Yeah.
Fucking music was $16 a CD when it come out.
Great. And I tell you what, when I was younger and I got a job, fucking driving around in a car. That's what I did. Like, I went CD shopping at Walmart a lot.
See, I never went to Walmart because everything they had was uncensored or was censored.
Right. Now I got to, like, you could pick up great classic rock stuff in there. But I did, like, I went to like FYE and shit too. But yeah, dude, that was like a thing. Like, I'd get paid and be like, okay, let's stop and browse CDs. We'd pick up I just pick up random shit, and like that's what I bumped in the car.
Dude, I remember I got Eminem's first CD, the Marshall Mathers LP from Walmart. Dude, I don't think it goes 5 to 10 seconds without a guitar strum or a scratch. It is the worst thing I've ever bought. But I remember Trick Daddy, when he came out, one of my all-time favorite songs, Take It to the House.
Yeah.
He's just on the front of it with his fists up and got his fucking grill in, and I tried to get my dad to buy me that, but he was just not, no way, dude.
Picked it up and you're like, Dad, this is what I want. I
was like, Trick Daddy, Dad. No. He samples KC and the Sunshine Band. His song kicks ass. And he was just like, I think it was like 10 or 11. He was not about it, but
you know what? I'm worried that might be me at some point.
What?
Well, with like fucking kid picking up shit like that and me just being like,
shitty music.
We're not doing that.
Well, I mean, like I said, my dad had zero influence of music in my life. So, not that it was a bad thing. It's not like we were playing shitty music, but it wasn't like he was like, listen to this, tell me what you think. There was none of that. My mom did that. Make sure that don't happen, bud.
Oh, dude, with the vinyl shelf in this house, we'll be set.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't got nothing to worry about like that.
So, what else is up? What you got for me today?
Tonight I'm going to I was supposed to go last Friday, but we're going tonight now. I'm going to senior night, Iowa Wrestling versus the Indiana Hoosiers. It starts at 7. He wants to get to the fucking place at 3. So
he wants to get there at 3. Shut up.
Up there. Oh, it's gonna be fun, dude. I can't wait. I wish you could gamble on it, but I don't think you can.
Is there pre-gaming in that? Like, do you go?
Oh yeah. There's this place called Divine, this bar right by the wrestling arena. So, but like this is big shit. Like I forget. I don't know if it was what year it was, but Sports Illustrated came out with their top 10 dynasties of all time. And like they had the Yankees on there, they had the Canadians when they were doing it, and Iowa Wrestling was in the top 4, dude. Like this shit. So I think I talked about that on the last one, but yeah. So I'm excited to go up there. I've never been to. I think we watched Rudy when we were seniors in high school up at Blairsville. I think that's the only time I've been to a wrestling meet.
I wrestled when I was a youngster, very young, like first grade or something. Fucking.
Oh, they got out.
Whenever you could start it, I did it, and then fucking big sweaty kids, fucking rolling around on a mat with you, just fucking pushing you around. I wasn't into it. Not my thing.
That's why I was glad I played basketball, like because it was either basketball or wrestling. So.
I did. I was big into basketball for a while, and then as soon as it got to like, I was in it for the fun aspect of it, And then once it got to the point where it was like, okay, it's gonna get real, I was like, I'm out.
Well, that's the thing. We actually, before I even talked to you, we were on the same basketball team at one point.
We did. We played what's that considered? Junior high basketball, huh?
Yeah, when you were in ninth grade and I was in seventh grade.
Right.
Because we were on the ninth grade team. And I wonder if there's any footage, dude. I wonder if you ever like hit me with a bounce pass for a layup. That would be.
That would be pretty. Yeah. I don't know if there's any
I
footage
thought you
out
were
there.
a hard ass, dude. Like the thing. I mean, I didn't talk to you till I was like 21 or 22, but I'd see you around. Now, I was thinking about this yesterday. Did you used to dye your hair black in high school?
Nah.
No, that was just natural. Because I'd see you, and you know, you were the punk skater kid, and I was the opposite of that, and I was loud as fuck. You could hear me all through the fucking school yelling, and I just never see you with a smile on your face. And I was like, man, I think this kid's just pissed at something. So yeah, I never approached you or anything.
Well,
I didn't want to get beat up.
I put off a fucking vibe like that, but mostly it was just because I did not enjoy school at all. High school sucked. There was nobody, like, especially in a place like Salzburg, because it's so small. How many people in your graduating class?
We had the biggest in a long time. We had 82.
That's the biggest in a long time. Mine was like 60 something. I don't know. Here's the thing.
There were so many characters in my grade. Like, my grade was fun and funny, dude. There were OGs in there, dude. But I loved it. I loved going to school.
Well, that's the thing. You had OGs. I never had anybody I got along, like anybody that just kind of got me. Like, I did my own fucking thing. I wasn't a football player. I wasn't, past a certain point, I wasn't on the basketball team. I didn't fucking, I hung out with older kids a lot, Whiskey Dave, even back in the day, that were like old enough to drink. I went and fucking partied on the weekends and shit. I didn't enjoy being there. I didn't find a place where I fit in, especially in such a small school like that. I mean, it wasn't my thing. I didn't fucking enjoy it.
Oh man, I loved it.
I'm not a crowd person. I don't like being, I don't know. Sometimes I fucking hate conversations, like shit like that.
Oh, for sure, dude. But like AU, rest in peace. Tyler Reiner was man. Justin Reed, who I hung out with more than anyone, he is the one that introduced me to Wu-Tang, and I have a great story about that. I'll tell at some point. But yeah, dude, it was fun, dude. You just had funny motherfuckers. Like, kids kids that were stupid, that would just make you laugh, say shit to teachers. Like, Aaron Ulysses told that teacher, she was like, Aaron, would you like to open up a book? And he looked her dead in the eyes and said, would you like to shut the fuck up? And I was like, wow, that was fucking hilarious, dude. There was kids like that, dude. And I was just, man.
There was like no fun. Like, my grade was, I don't know, no fun for me anyway.
We were fun, dude. A lot of people went to like good schools, have good careers now, and yeah, dude, it was just. I mean, some of the hardest laughs I've ever had was fucking around with them kids, dude. I remember one time, man, I skipped school that day, and he texts me and goes, "Are you home? I got to leave the school." I'm thinking like, the worst of the worst shit just happened. I look out my window. He's sprinting across the fucking church field. I'm like, what the fuck did this kid do? And I was like, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, they tried to take my cell phone, man. I was like, what? And he said, yeah, they sent me to the office for texting in class. I just went to the bathroom, came back and said, hey, the principal needs my phone, and just left. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty smart. Dude.
That's a smart, yeah.
Yeah, they were taking my shit. But oh yeah, just all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. And that's even the best part was one of my all-time greatest friends, Tyler Beidle. I know you know Mr. B from the Sticks and
correct,
seeing him around town, but he had got kicked out of Kiski area the end of his sophomore year. I'm not sure on all the details, but I'm pretty sure he shot someone with a BB gun in the baseball locker room. So it was cool because he was like my friend back then, and then he had to come to Salzburg for the first half of school.
Okay.
And also the first person to be all Gazette football at Salzburg, other than the homeboy Todd Lance.
Todd was fast.
Dude, worth the price of admission, worth that $2 student ticket to watch him run a kickback because you know Salzburg's getting scored on every possession, so you're going to watch at least 8 kickoffs.
Watch a lot. You got a lot of attempts to get this thing to the fucking pay dirt. Let's go.
But with Beidel, man, I would hang out with him for months at a time till we were like 20. Just till he moved down to Pittsburgh. He moved to Oakland, and that was the end of that. But, dude, he'd be at my house. He was at my house so much that the cops put a fucking yellow line by the fucking stop sign because he was parking too close to it, and the car was always there.
They were like, "You gotta back it up, son."
Yeah, but here, this is a little story time with Uncle Will. I got 2 heaters right here about Beidel. I've watched him in about 20 fist fights. I'd say his record's 18-2. I've seen him.
He's a scrapper.
He's fast and he's strong and he don't care. And I've seen him get beat up, but I've seen him. We'll break it down here. It was 2008 senior year, and always going over to Kubit's garage for kegers. Them kids were about it back then, dude.
Yeah. I skated with those guys for a while. They were they were wild. They knew. Yep.
And we're on the way there. We're drinking, smoking before we get there. And Beidel looks at me dead serious, dude, and goes, "I'm nut tapping everyone there until someone tries to fight me." And I'm like, "Are you serious, dude?" He's like, "I'm serious." He said, "I'm getting everybody except you, dude." I said, "All right, fuck it, because I know this is gonna be fucking funny." And I'm standing there, dude, and he's handing nutty buddies out left and right. I'm like, "Dude, come on. You gotta fucking stop." 7, 8 kids, dude, just dropping them. I see him in the football locker one time throw a 50-pound medicine ball up in the air, and the kid had to catch it or it was going to hit him in the head. Put his hands up to catch it, dude. Just crippled him with a nut buster, dude. It was so funny. So, anyways, he's getting everybody, man. And finally, and I'm not mentioning names, he gets a kid who I graduated with bad. Well, this kid wasn't having it. And about 10 minutes later, I look over, and someone drops Beidel with a fucking nut buster. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. And so he's trying to scrap, and someone was between them trying to break it up. But Beidel jumps up in the air to get over the kid fucking holding him back.
Mm-hmm.
And open hand slaps him in the temple. It hits him so hard that the dude had to sit down. I'm sitting there laughing. Yeah. And he looks at him and says, "That was open-handed, bitch. You don't want to know what a closed fist is going to do to you." Oh, fucking, dude, it's getting bad. So anyways, this kid gets one of his friends to fight Beidel. He don't want to fight Beidel. It's
so he calls into backup.
Yeah. 4 a.m, Thanksgiving morning. I'm like, dude, my mom said I had to be home at noon. That's when the family's coming over. I'm fucked up. So anyways, we go up to the practice field. It's Beidel versus this kid. And it was me and Pushkar were the only ones that had Beidel's back. And we were outnumbered. But I was like, dude, Beidel's going to kill this kid. Beidel hits him about 4 times in the face. And the dude stops and goes, "You just broke my jaw, man." And he's like, "I'm done." And Beidel's pissed. So Beidel headbutts him. Headbutts him so hard, he headbutts him into the dude's truck that was watching us and dents the shit out of the side of it. So now there's a fight going on about that. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, I just want to go home. And so I start walking back with Waylon, one of my all-time Triple B forever Boro Blunt buddies, and he's just yelling because he's pissed the Salzburg kid's getting beat up.
Right.
And someone hears him. I hear glass shatter, turn around. Now someone's trying to fight Waylon. I'm like, dude, all right. I'm just getting back to the garage. I'm getting a beer and I'm leaving. I get back to the garage and there's a fist fight going on with the kid who Beidel ball tapped for letting his buddy go get his jaw broken. I'm like, just fighting everywhere, dude. So finally, man, we get back to Beidel's house and I'm like, dude, I'm smoking and going to bed. And Beidel had passed out. And so I probably took a whole can of Barbasol when he passed out and just put it on his face. Like, not even trying with the feather, because a couple weeks before that, them motherfuckers got me with the feather in the hand, and then that wasn't enough. They thought it'd be cool to put the goddamn thing up my nose. They put the nozzle up my nose and started spraying it. Dude, I thought I was fucking dying.
That's what happened to you. I got it.
Yeah. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was like drowning in clouds. I just seen white and like air. I'm like, yo, and they're laughing. I'm like, you put that up my nose. There was no need for that, dude. So there's that one. That's one of my favorite, my all-time favorite, dude. we were smoking at his dad's house all the time after he had passed away, just to make sure Ty was all right and shit. Go up there, tell stories. Rest in peace, Stacy Wildfire, OG, great guy, great man. But we went to smoke there one time, and his aunt was there looking at the house or something, so we couldn't smoke. So we decided to go to Eagles Point. And so we're on our way to Eagles Point, and Beidel had that fucking Subaru, man, and was just all over just driving it like a rally car, kicking up gravel on this dude, just getting loose, as he would say. Well, we start coming up this farm road, and this dude slams his door at his barn. He got a Harley Davidson cut off, and he's sprinting. I'm like, oh fuck.
Shit.
Yeah.
So he saw you guys coming and was like,
dude, he probably saw the dust. There was so much dust from him flying up his road.
Those back roads get fucking wild. Even just driving on them normal, they kick up a bunch of dust.
Exactly. And he's going about 45 in a 15, flying up this road. I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's pissed. And he's, dude, just had the Harley Davidson cut on it. He's fucking sprinting. He gets to the end of his driveway, and we're there. Michael puts his windows down, and the dude grabs his chest and said, if you hit anything on my property, whether it be a person or an animal on my farm, I'll fucking kill you.
So he grabs Vital through the window.
Yeah, of the car. And I'm in the front seat, push car's behind me. And I'm looking like, because he's pissed that we couldn't go to his dad's house. So he's already mad.
Right.
And he looks at this guy and says, I didn't hit shit, bitch. And that guy goes to re-grip him, tighten up on it.
Yep.
The dude's head's in the door. Vital opens the car door, catches him with the car door in the head. I'm like, oh, fuck. And they're outside scrapping, dude, throwing hands. Vital fakes a left and catches him with a right hook from hell, like a young Lennox Lewis, 98. This guy's like 42, 45 years old. Dude drops him. And when the dude's falling, he grabs Tyler and pulls him down on top of him. So now we can't see him. But I'm in awe of what I'm watching in the car. Right. I'm like, whoa. And Pushkar's like, get out, dude, get out. So we get out, and Tyler's on top of him, just feeding him. And so, like me, every time there's a fight, I break it up. I'm like, let him go. He's going to kill you, man. Tell this dude, like, let him go.
Right.
So I finally get them separated. Here comes the guy's wife. I'm like, here we go. She's on the phone. She had two big dogs come flying. I'm like, fuck. And she's yelling so loud that you can't even make out what she's saying. All I know is she said she's calling the cops. I'm like, yeah. And Pushkar looks at this lady and goes, shut the fuck up, bitch. Get the fuck back in the house. I'm sick and tired of you adults thinking you can tell us kids what to do. Yelling at this lady, dude. And she's like, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. And Pushkar was quick about it because he was 19. I was 18. I think Bud was 18. He was like, go ahead. We're all 17. You just tried fighting a minor, dude.
Yep.
That lady didn't say nothing, and we got back in the car. We're driving up the Eagles, and no one says nothing for about 5 minutes. And Pushkar just goes, Tyler, you're fucking crazy, man. And this dude has a reputation around for being a badass. And Tyler went up there and kicked his ass in his own driveway, man.
Man, coming out thinking he's the Hulk, grabbing the kid up through the window and then just getting your ass beat.
Because Pushkar said he was probably sitting in his barn fucking curling hay bales looking at his wife like, yeah, you like that? You like that? He came out and got fucking beat up, dude.
She sucked his dick for 3 months.
Oh, I'd have been embarrassed if that was that guy. But, man, I'll never forget. Like, there's been a couple other ones like that, but those were my two favorite. And just tough. I was glad I was on his side all the time, dude.
Yeah, no, I've seen him a few times. He loves fucking fighting. He there's something in him that he loves that shit. And I've never been that way, so I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Me either. It's 0 to 100. Playing MLB 2K6 on Xbox, dude. We'd be talking shit, and someone would say something, dude, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to fight this kid, and he's gonna beat my ass. But I'm done. I'm sick of the shit. I gotta start standing up for myself, dude. He just took the lead in the bottom of the 10th. Walk off, and he's talking shit. It's not happening at my house. And I was definitely not anxious, but I was accepting it. I was like, I'm gonna try and fight him over this fucking video game, and he's gonna
dude,
my own house.
And that's the thing. It's like, what the fuck do you do? Because you can't say anything because he'll say something back, and his response is gonna be better than what you said anyway.
Oh, guaranteed. He's gonna make you laugh.
And he's got the ability to just shut you up at any point he wants. And it's like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just got to take it.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I've ever got him back is prank phone calling him, which is, I mean, if there was a Hall of Fame for prank phone calling, I think I'd be on the first ballot.
I want one, Al. Let's. Oh, dude, you got to do one. You got to do one for the show.
I know, and right now is my when I got Vital last year saying I was Chet Walker from H&R Block. How you doing, bud? And I had him convinced that we were taking his tax return, and I heard it in his voice when he said, "Oh my God, for what?" And I couldn't keep it together.
He was genuinely upset and confused, and then you couldn't.
I lost it. But speaking of that, I was talking to my dad about this the other day. One week I was bored about 12 or 13, and I would prank phone call my dad at the post office. When he worked there, he'd always go, "Salisbury Post Office, Bob, can I help you?" That's how he said it every time. And I tried to act, I was Mike from AT&T, and I was trying to convince him to change phone providers. And he would fucking snap, dude. And he'd be like, "I don't have time for this right now," and then hang up. And so I did it a couple more times. And he'd come home pissed. Like, this brother calling me trying to change. I'm like, "Oh, fuck, dude." He's mad at the house talking about this shit. So it was Friday, and I was like, "This is the last day I'm doing it." Because I'd done it 2 days in a row. And so I called him, and I said, "Bob, Mike again. Like, how you doing?" And he was like, "Look, I'm behind. It's Friday. I don't have time for this. You can't be calling me down here. This is something you got to call corporate about. You got to call Greensburg or Pittsburgh." And he hung up the phone on me. And I was like, "All right, motherfucker, watch this." So I called him back, dude, and said, "Just talked to the guys at Greensburg. They said you were the man for the job, that you were able." And he's flipping, dude. He's flipping. He was like, "I am not. I have paperwork to do. There's people at the desk." And just hung up again. And I was like, "Fuck, I'm done, dude." He's fucking pissed. I could tell. And so he came home that night, and we're at dinner, dude, and he's talking about it. And I'm trying not to laugh. I'm looking down at the table. And he was like, "I just don't get why they're calling me at work like this." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know why either, Dad." And I kind of choked. And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "You know who that was?" He was like, "You know what? It sounded like you could have sounded like an asshole." And he ripped into me, dude. He was like, "You don't call me at work." He was like flipping out. He did not quit after that. But yeah, dude, when I called him and said I talked to the corporate and he was the one that had to make the call on this, dude, he fucking snapped, man.
Probably all red faced, fucking.
Oh, dude. And then I'm still taking the brunt of it when he comes home in a shitty mood, but it was me, dude. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you had to fucking chuckle because you knew, like, he's bitching about this guy and it's me all day.
Yeah, like the first time he came home bitching, I was able to keep it together, but the second time when he was like, "Yeah, he called Greensburg and said they knew that I was the one making the call," I could do it no more, dude.
Oh fuck, dude, shit like that was always fun back in the day. Fucking around as a kid.
My grandma, I would prank phone call anybody, dude. I didn't give a fuck.
Okay.
But cell phones killed that. But
Dunzo, man.
I will tell you this from Uncle L's prank phone call 101. If you call someone restricted, they're not going to answer. If you call them restricted right after they don't answer, they're picking up, dude. It goes up
right
back. You call someone 2, 3 times, 4 times restricted in a row, they're picking up. There's no joke, dude.
Because it's an emergency, right? Yeah. Nobody calls you 4 times in a row without an emergency.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, I'm giving away my secrets, but I'm getting too old to be doing this shit anyways. But
I'm gonna need one. We're gonna insert one into the. Yeah, I need you to record it.
Well, my mom works at the flower shop. I could get her down there. I'll get someone.
Well, don't talk about it on air because she's waiting.
It don't matter. She don't listen to this shit. I think she was pissed after the mushroom incident after last week's.
Was that she finally found out, huh?
Yeah, but she was like, "You never told me about the acid story. That was pretty funny." And I was like, "Yeah, that was when I said that I got lost in West Lebanon to travel when I thought I was gone for a day." And my dad was like, "Oh, that was fast. Whoa, man, I gotta quit doing this shit."
Yeah, it's always fun when they find out shit like that you did as a kid.
Yeah, Dude, I'm almost 30 now. They're gonna get mad about shit from 2007. Miss me with that. I never hurt nobody.
Right. I'm
Like,
still alive and I'm not in jail. So.
Right. So, but yeah, that was, I know, got kind of lost on story time, but yeah, when my dad hit me with that heat the other day, because I almost forgot about that, and I was like, man, I'm sorry, Dad. That was so stupid.
Don't understand. I had to do it.
Yeah, and I remember, I forget who told me, I think it was Mark, and he was like, dude, I hope you have a kid that's just like you. And I was like, man, I fucking hope not, dude. Like,
and you have to deal with it.
Yeah, because my dad was just such a laid back, calm, cool dude, and he's got me that was just not dumb, but doing shit like that. Like, if my kid called me at work like that, I'd come home and beat his ass.
Yeah, just having some fun.
That's all. Like I said, never hurt nobody. Just might have stopped the labor for a little bit. Might have got some people behind at work, but
did you get him fired? Nah, he's good.
Yeah, he retired at a couple years after that. The only time I ever seen him cry in my whole life was when he retired from the post office. It was weird.
It's a long-term relation. I mean, he worked there for a long time. That's a
40. I forget 40-some years, man. I was like, because I remember he was crying. He was like, "I'm gonna miss it." And then I took him out to Sorellas that day because that's where you take your dad when he retires. You take him to Sorellas, and I bought him and everything. And I remember I was like, "You ain't gonna miss shit." And he was like, "Well, what do you want me to say?" And I was like, "All right, I was just making sure."
Like, no, dude, you're free. Like, don't be upset about it.
Man, you're gonna sit and play solitaire all day long now. How great does that feel?
Watch the Buccos lose 100 games a season.
Yeah, you get worked up about it. Like, I love it.
Oh fuck. Well, Al, I'm gonna get into my vinyl pick for the week here.
I tell you what, dude. I got into crochet hard. What was it? Monday and Tuesday when I had off.
Yep.
That box number 10 song, Extreme Heat.
Oh man, I get lost on. I'll go on binges where I listen to Jim Croce straight for hours to the point where it's like when I hit the third time listening to a song, it's like, okay, you got to shut it down now. Like this is the third time you've heard that song in the past few hours. Because he does only have so much music because he was only around for so little of a time.
I like the piano in a lot of his work. I needed to look that up. Whoever he had playing the piano on his tracks they were something else.
Well, if you like some keys, I got some for you today.
No way. All right. Let's segue again, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm on top of it. That's because we're doing it early. I'm not tired yet. Fresh, you know.
Well, what time did you wake? I always do. The only way I can find out when you're going to be up is I actually get on my phone and go to the Xbox app, and I just see how long ago you were online. And if it's still YouTube up and running, I'm like, dude, this motherfucker ain't going to be up for 8 more fucking hours.
YouTube will run all night long.
Exactly. But if I see last online 4, I'll look at my clock and add an hour. And I was like, all right, so that's when he went to bed. That's what I did today. I was like, man, I don't know if the motherfucker's going to be up. But
yeah, I tried to wake up early. Actually, I tried to catch Prices Right today, and I didn't do it. You know, I stayed up late last night and
right.
Yeah, that's when the brain does its thinking. So you got to let it. You got to let it
right.
itself out.
Overrated after Bob left.
I wanted to ask you that. To be honest, I wanted to ask you the question: which host was your favorite?
Are you shitting me?
Bob's
the Barker, dude.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Drew Carey sucks fat dick. And also Skinny Drew is 10 times worse than Fat Drew.
Dude, I know he was in the Marines. My dad told me that last time I was home. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And And I hated the Drew Carey show.
You hated it?
Yeah, I hated it. That shit sucked.
Man, I watched that a lot, actually. I did. As a child, I mean, I was younger when it was on, but I watched.
That wore all that makeup, man.
Mimi.
Yeah. Right. Just that lady. Ugh.
I don't know, dude. I watched the shit out of the Drew Carey show back in the day.
I'd rather watch MASH or something.
Fucking MASH. I never watched MASH before, so.
My dad watched MASH, so I did.
Yeah, that's one of those things. So back to the Ticks pick of the week.
My bad.
Oh, no, it's all right. So this week, I'm going to go with a band that goes by the name of Steely Dan.
Oh, man.
So I'm gonna tell you, look, I don't know how much people really know about Steely Dan. I mean, they probably heard some hits on the radio here and there. But if you actually look them up, it's really only two guys. Um, a guy named Walter Becker and Donald
Okay.
Fagen.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, so
So
educate
it's
me.
so it's those two guys. They kind of got together early, and they started writing songs and shit. And what they ended up doing is just pretty much using like session artists to record the rest of the tracks for them. Anything
Okay.
they didn't do themselves. They did try to tour and play live for a little bit. Like they assembled a band and kind of tried to do it, but it didn't last very long. They were just like, we're out. And they went back and they were like, we're just gonna be a studio artist. Like we're just putting out albums. That's it.
Okay.
So it's really only two guys. Today I'm going with their first album. It is called Can't Buy a Thrill. Now this thing, there's some fucking really good songs on here. It's got a lot of songs you'll know. It's got 3 songs you'll know. Do It Again.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
You
Back.
know that one. Reeling
Yeah.
in the Years, which is the one you
I
know.
like that song. I like that song. Yeah.
And then the other one is where the fuck is where's the album at? Oh, there it is. Dirty Work, which is a phenomenal song.
Yes, I like that song.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
that song's
DVD.
yeah, that song's about, I think, probably plowing a married woman if you read the lyrics. But the other thing that was funny about him, the guy who did a lot of the vocals for the studio albums was like anti live vocals. Like he didn't like singing in front of people or something.
Oh, he just wanted it touched up in the studio before he released any heat.
Right. So he did that, and then they try to bring somebody else in and try to cover all the vocals live. But this album itself came to me in a nice little fucking bundle, a nice little crate of records that I got off fucking Neil McNeil.
Oh man,
Neil McNeil is such a fucking you know what? We stopped down the old American Legion earlier this week and he was in there. Man, is that guy a fun time.
man, I actually passed out in his camper one time, didn't know who he was, and pissed in it.
I remember that night.
He's like, "Are you Big L?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up, dude?" He was like, "Did you piss in my camper?" And I was like, "I don't know who you are." But yeah,
The
there's
camper
that.
you passed out in last night was mine and you pissed in it.
Yeah, but no, that was one of my last nights in Iowa. That was that night when he asked me that. There's a picture of all of us down at the Salt. It's a good one.
Yeah,
Before I moved. Yeah,
Salzburg. Yeah, no, I remember. I know the picture you're talking about, and I remember that night because we left the Salt and went and drank elsewhere, and then you ended up in his camper.
Yeah,
but no, dude, I'm always looking for vinyl. He came across some, and I bought a crate off him, and this one was in there, so I threw it on, man. And outside of the 3 that it's pretty solid. It's a little different. It's not like super hard classic rock, it's not like the crunchy guitar and stuff. It's a little bit more. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of an early summer day. Like you ain't got nothing to do. Windows are open. It's like 80. Good temp.
must be sitting in Island.
There's a nice breeze rolling through the house.
Yep.
Dude, it's one of those albums you can listen to on a day like that. It's a little bit easier. It's a little bit softer. It's got a little bit of jazziness to it at times. But so those 3 starts off with Do It Again and Dirty Work. You start the album off with the 2 bangers. Midnight Cruiser isn't a bad one on the first side.
Okay.
Then you open up side 2. You got Reeling in the Years, which is that's the one everybody knows. But you want to, dude, Fire in the Hole. You like some keys? Fire in the Hole is a great song to listen to.
All right.
They could, it almost sounds like a blind black man is playing the ivory on that one. And then Change of the Guard is another solid song on the backside as well. But all in all, pretty great album. Like I said, a little bit smoother, a little bit more relaxing, not quite as punchy as like a Stones or something like that.
Okay.
But I've been digging it. I've been listening to it all week. And I also can't mention fucking, yeah. I'm losing my train of thought, trying to do too many things at a time. But I can't talk about Steely Dan without mentioning my favorite song, which is not on this album. It's on the next one. But My Old School. And if you haven't heard that fucking
My
song,
Old School. I know.
my
I know we
you're
went down that road.
you're gonna put it on after this, and you're probably gonna recognize it, and then it's a banger in the playlist for future.
Okay.
So definitely
I'm sure I've
those.
heard it.
Yeah, check out the first album, and then make sure you add that single to the rest of it, because that's
Well, I'm not one of them posers out there. After every episode, I think except one, I've listened to the whole album that you've posted.
I like that, Al. I appreciate that you take the time into.
I do, because there's only a few people out there. Because there's how many people like, oh, you need to listen to this, and I'm like, dude, I bet it sucks, and I'm not listening to it. But like you, Josh, Mark, if they send me something to listen to, dude, it's gonna be the next song I put on whenever I find time.
And I do get a lot of that too, and it's tough. There's too much music out there, but like
especially with rap music now, everyone's like, he's new, you'll like him. And I don't even give it the time of day. I don't even entertain it. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to listen to it, dude. I'm going to put on the EPMD from 1988 and listen to that.
But yeah, that's the Can't Buy a Thrill, Steely Dan. Oh, let me also tell you one cool little fact that I came across in this. So apparently, the name Steely Dan comes from they were big fans of like a certain genre of book. Like they read a lot like of like a beatnik genre kind of thing.
Okay.
And so one of the authors wrote a story, and I think it was like a fantasy, like old school kind of thing. But he talked about a steam powered dildo that was named Steely Dan. And
are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
That's terrific.
I'm all in on that. What a Steely Dan.
Oh man.
What
That's
somebody who
definitely the
comes
best
up
one
with a
I've heard.
name like that. I mean,
like imagine when they first got big and like their local newspapers interview them like, so Steely Dan, how'd you guys come up with it? Well, have you ever read the book by so and so? Yeah, you know that part where they get to the steam powered feminine sex toy? Yeah, we named ourselves after that. That's gonna be a knockout every time.
and what a great name! Like, what a great name for a steam-powered dildo too, Steely Dan. Fuck. William S. Burroughs' Naked Lunch is the book if you're looking for it.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, no, Steely Dan this week, and that's Tick's pick. Fuck.
I'm looking forward to it because I like some Steely Dan. Forget about them.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like I said, they have those few big hits that get played on the radio, and outside of that, nobody really ever gave them the time of day.
We listened to 106.3. That's the Westmoreland County channel, right?
103.1?
Oh yeah, why am I thinking 106.3 for? But that Reeling in the Years and Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Brown. Those songs were always on there when I'd be grinding steel in Norrietown. And so when I hear those songs, I think about the smell of metal and the hatred of my current state of affairs when I hear those songs. So
I remember how much I hated life when I used to listen to that song all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a certified banger.
All right.
Yep.
You got some. Hey, let's talk about the big breakthrough.
What, dude? It was a no-doubter too. 3-0. Man, as soon as I seen them win, I put on James Taylor. In my mind, I've gone to Carolina, and I was like, you know what? I'm back. I'm back, son. A lot of pressure on me, dude. A lot of pressure on me.
Yeah. Well, a lot of pressure for you to come back to back because you got to get this record in the positive here.
Yeah, plenty of time here. Plenty of time, This week I've been betting on a lot of like small conference basketball games.
Okay.
Like last night, dude, I had University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, given 4.5 at Seattle because Seattle's like 1-10 in the conference, and these teams that are in second or third go on the road, and the lines are fucked up. Like they're all under 5.
Okay.
Like last night, I had IPFW, which is Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne, the Mastodons. Same situation, dude. They were like in second or third place in their conference on the road against, I cannot remember who they played. The line was 5. They were up 20 with 10 minutes left, and I shut it off. Just,
Jesus.
dude, no doubter. So we're gonna stick with what's working right now. And so the no brainer, which is I'm looking at the stats right now. I'm gonna take the Northern Kentucky Norse, Norse. I don't even know what the fuck that is. At Wright State, which is a battle of the 1 and 2. But Northern Kentucky's tough, man. They made the tournament. I think they won a game a couple of years ago. So take Northern Kentucky. They're getting a 1.5. I'm going to money line them at 1.5 or
Okay.
at 105. This is the Horizon League, and they're playing. I had to look at where Wright State was at, and it says Dayton, Ohio, and they play at the Nutter Center. So
The
I'm looking.
Nutter.
Yeah, Nutter. So I'm gonna see what the Nutter Center is all about, dude. Like,
Sounds like my bedroom.
I know, dude, on my black bed sheets. Like, yeah, hang them up in the Nutter Center, bud. But yeah, take the Northern Kentucky Norse. I don't even know what a Norse is. Norse.
It's like a horse, but not. I don't know. I'll have to look that up because I would like to know what that is actually.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna look it up right now.
The Norwegian language.
Is that what it is?
That's what it says. North, yeah. There's Norse mythology. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Norse. Wow. Oh no, because their logo is like a Viking. Norwegians are Scandinavians, especially in medieval times.
So why don't you just call yourself the fucking Vikings? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Northern Kentucky's probably never like. There's never been a Viking in Kentucky, let alone Northern Kentucky. But
all right. So that game's tonight.
Yeah, back to and then if I don't know, I'd like to bet on the Penguins tomorrow at noon, hosting Calgary, but that line's going to be weird because Calgary's lost 4 in a row.
Okay. And then I see they do have New York on Sunday as well.
Yeah, got to get 2, man. They're only 3 points clear of.
Yeah, they gotta start turning it around. It's time.
Yeah, I mean we gotta talk. We at least gotta mention them every episode.
Yeah, we'll get into some in depth, maybe a little closer to playoffs.
Right. I'll just leave it on. Schultz is a game time decision tomorrow. So
finally,
good news, really good news. If they lost to Calgary, I wouldn't be upset. Calgary's one of the best teams in the West, but this is the point of the season where you really got to start beating teams you're better than.
Yep.
And
can't give away those free points, man.
Right. And that's why I called you on motherfucking Monday. I said, this is a statement game, dude. Because Philly's been hot, and the Penguins, they had to let them know. Like, yeah, dude, this is still, the East is still ours, man.
And that was the game we needed, too. So, we're hopefully the ship's turning.
Yeah, we'll see. Usually when the weather gets warmer, so do the Penguins, so.
And last item on the agenda today.
Oh yeah, every time, dude. I was like,
you always forget.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, you always forget. SSP. Let's talk about last week's real quick.
Last weekend, what we went with, I gotta find it here on my page. We went with mini golf or bowling, which I thought was very fair comparison when it comes to, everybody want to call them fun things, I guess, or.
If you ain't doing one of the two, you're doing something wrong.
Right. I mean, just both a good time. Both, man, where the hell is it at? Okay. So we ended up getting 109 votes on that. My paperwork here says that ends in 17 hours, and right now the total is 60 to 49 bowling. So it looks like bowling is going to take that one. But like I said, anytime it gets triple digits, and it's not a runaway.
Yeah, and it was tight, which is good.
Yeah, mini golf got off to a good start, and then bowling just come in strong at the end and teabagged it.
Yeah. Bowling's a year round. Mini golf, you got to find
Yeah,
the indoor ones for the winter.
very true.
But
Very
let's get to this week's. What do we got? What do we got on?
I got a lot on deck, so that's a good thing. I have a lot that I have that I think are going to be good. But this week, this is one that when I originally started the idea for the SSP, this was one that came to mind, and then I just never, stayed on the back burner. Things would come up during the week, and I'd be like, I'll save this one. But right now,
Let it simmer for the right time.
yes, and I feel like this is it. Two of my favorite movies. One is my all-time favorite movie, without a doubt, and I feel like it's a good comparison. It's like someone's going to say something, bring up another one during it, but I'm going to go with Happy Gilmore versus Billy Madison as what the better flick is.
2 5-star films.
Yes, two films that you watch even they never get old. The one-liners are just abundant in both songs in both fucking movies. Like I said, Happy Gilmore's my all-time favorite, but I'm also a big Billy Madison fan, and I know that I've gotten into arguments over the years that Billy Madison is much better than Happy Gilmore, so maybe we can just settle this once and for all with the
We're gonna settle
SSP. So I remember to make last week's public. So
let's do it again. But now I remember those were the ones, like those movies were always the ones that were like on during the day and summer and shit, and you always had to sit down and finish watching them when they started.
No doubt. And I'm hoping I can find someone out there that knows what I'm talking about, because I posted it on Facebook a year ago or so. But there's a part, if you watch Billy Madison on USA,
right?
There's a part where he's talking to his maid, and I forget her name, and she's like, "Is there anything that can cheer you up, Billy?" And he says, "Some kickball." And they go out and they have a company-wide kickball game. And I don't even know if it's on the DVD. It's some sort of deleted scene. But anyways, Billy gets on base and he's running home, dude. And he chucks the catcher like Pete Rose in the All-Star game in the 70s. And the umpire calls him out. And he stands up and he's like, "What do you mean I'm out? I'm not out." And he's like, "Well, I think you were out." And then he proceeds to choke the umpire and says, "I think you're going to die." And I'm trying, dude. I couldn't find it on the internet, so if someone out
really?
there. Yeah, oh, dude.
Because I definitely remember that. Because I've watched it on USA multiple times. I definitely remember that scene.
I was on MySpace, and there was a clip, and it said, "This has been removed by the user," and there's nothing out there. So if someone can help me, just so I can watch that with not having to fucking buy cable to DVR USA when it comes on, just please let me know. So that'll be the SSP. I want to thank everybody for triple digits the last 2 weeks. Been hitting it heavy, so
keep it going.
I hope so. I think this one will too, because if you don't like either of these movies, you got bigger issues than voting on a poll on Facebook. So
well, all right, son. That's it's another one in the books, and
episode 6. Yeah, I'm gonna head up to Iowa City and
get your wrestling on tonight.
Yeah, dude, I might even get out on the mat. I don't know, dude.
I'd get wasted, dude. Get wasted and have a good time.
It's on the Big Ten Network, dude. There'll probably be about 10,000 people there. So if you see some oversized dude in an Iowa hockey jersey, you'll know who it is.
All right, brother. We'll catch you next week.
All right, let's go.